Okay, one of the things I'm going to do here for the terrain piece here is I want to put some bricks. Now obviously this isn't bricks, this is just like a sheet. This is the kind of the foam sheets that you can get at the dollar store for a big pack of this stuff, and it's probably what, almost 8 by 5. I already cut some stuff off, and it's just a foam sheet. It's really easy to cut. You can use scissors if you want to, or an X-Acto knife. And what then that allows you to do is to cut it up into, essentially any shape you want to. You could actually do a design on it, anything you want to. And it's a pretty durable piece, really inexpensive. So if it doesn't turn out the way you want, doesn't really matter. So I'm just basically cutting some sheets up here, cutting them in random sizes so that it will kind of fit the overall pattern of what I want to do here. So let me bring this in real quick. So as you can see, just kind of how some of the pattern is with this one. There's not really brick, but you can kind of see this kind of brick pattern and how it varies in size and stuff like that. So what I want to do is down this path over here where there's some steps that come down, I want to then go on the foam here and do some brick paths here, and then to the dungeon piece in here, and just do a little of just some brick out onto this. It just it'll help tie this into the base, so that just throwing sand on this really just makes this thing look like it's sitting on top of a big hunk of foam. So that's the whole point here, is to try to tie in some of these detail pieces like this with this type of a pattern and mimic it down here, so that again it looks like this is, that I'm bulking this piece up, that it actually looks like it's supposed to be part of it, not just this sitting on top of a slab. The other thing that I did here is I've been trying to give this a better texture. I use the hot foam wire cutter to cut out the shape, but that leaves just such this clean look, and rocks aren't that clean looking. So if you then kind of get that angle, it gives that texture piece. Now what I did to get that is I just took a flat edge of one of the long extendable razor knives, and I just basically ran it along the edge. So if I just take this here, if you just imagine my hand's the blade, and I just basically scrape it this way until it starts peeling, and as you see the profile here, you can get this really interesting texture that's really random. So that mixed with the hot wire foam cutter, so you can get these deeper pieces, but it just gives it that, to me it looks like a little more natural edge, not that nice crisp cut that the hot wire does. So to me it's just giving it that extra little piece here. As you go around over here, same thing. And the only downside of this thing is messy, so I just do it over a garbage can and try to pick up what pieces I can. So I'm going to cut out some more foam pieces, glue some down here in this area, and then once I get that done, we'll see how that looks, and then probably the rest of this we'll start doing with some sand and some other bits and pieces like that to just kind of make this again look like it's part of the actual piece, just again bulk it up. So just a quick update on that portion here. I'll come back after I get this stuff, like I said, glued down, and show you how that looks, and then we'll go into some of the next stages there. Back in a little bit. Okay, here we go. You just kind of see as nothing real fancy about having to put this down. Just grab the old Mod Podge and lay down a pattern just to give it some space, and I've spaced this out a little bit more, mostly so that I can still put sand in here, and there'll be some spots for it to actually fill in and make that look like it's this. And this, the idea being here, is broken, and I can even tear up some of these pieces if I want to, so that if I want to make them look like they're broken pieces. But that's all there is to it. I mean, the funnier part at this point is it's just this. It's a shocking color as compared to everything. So just again, the idea to help it tie in between what's going on here and what's going on with this, so it doesn't look like the slab. So, and then the other thing that I'm doing is I'm going to probably try to add a couple of these in some spots as barrels. And what these are is I've been filling the top of them in. They're supposed to be wood thimbles that for like doll houses and stuff like that. Got this actually a big old bag. There's like 20 of these things for like $3 or $4. And while they're a little bit bigger than the GW ones for a barrel, comparatively for this, getting a round shape that has this type of thing, I think it'll be close enough. I probably need to put one additional detail. I need to probably figure out just one other little detail on this to make it, to kind of finish off the a barrel look to being expensive. I'm not going for super realistic, but just again to get that. And I'm trying to think, maybe try to put like one more band around this in the center, and then some type of little piece on the top here is kind of like a film nozzle. And I think that will create enough of the illusion for this, and then it's an inexpensive shape to be able to do that. So that's my next piece here. Like I said, I've been filming this one, and I'll do a mock-up and then video of what these will look like, and then put that on here and see if I can get a couple barrels. I'm thinking about doing it on the inside of the cave area back over in here, maybe the outside of it. Just to break up the piece, make it look a little bit more interesting, and go from there.